Alright, so a little bit of a windy day, so you're gonna hear some wind blowing. Alright, so I got my cover off. I'm putting in the Takegawa Outboard Bearing. Let's do this side first. I want to see if this little part that in the instructions shows that I'm missing. Right here, I'm gonna have one. In the instructions, it shows two parts here. So it looks like I'm missing this one right here. It seems like I have this piece right here in my packet here. So I'm not sure if that's just an extra piece or from an old model, the older model, or what. But anyways, let's open this up then. Yeah, so this is definitely the one on the picture on the right hand side, not the left. Okay, so let's stick that back in. Actually, I need to take off the original bolts first on this side here. So those are 8mm. Let's see. Oh sure, I don't have my 8mm. God damn it. Where's my 8mm? Okay, I need to grab my 8mm. I'll be right back. Okay. My 8mm. Nothing's holding this, so you have to kind of hold it with your hand. It shouldn't be too tight. It's only it's only 10 Newton meters. I have no idea what foot pound that is. 10 Newton meters is like 5 or 6 foot pounds. Kind of hard to unscrew that, unbolt that, with nothing holding the cover solid. These bolts here, let's see if actually I should have just taken one off, see if the bolts are the same. So it's a little bit different in length, as you can see. Not that much, it's only it's like 2 or 3mm difference in length, so it's not much at all. But that's what you need for that spacer, right? For the spacer that takes up the amount of room for your bearing. Bearing off. So let's look at how that goes in here. It goes in. I think the bearing goes in first, and the little cap goes on top of that, I believe. Yeah, bearing goes in first, and the cap goes on top of that. So here's the bearing. Just pop that in, make sure it's nice and clean. It is. I see one side has words, and the other side doesn't. I usually like to have the words facing out so you can see what it is. Whatever numbers here, it tells you, it's the size of this bearing. So that should kind of pop right in. Well, not pop right in, but it's gonna be a tight squeeze, but it should fit. There we go. So let's bottom out. Bottom out there. Let's look at my cap. cap here. So looking at it, it looks like, let's see, it looks like, so one side is completely flat, right? Flat and flush with each other. Other side has steps. I believe the steps face inwards. So also there's another little step right here too, or a little thing right here. The instructions say which side is which. It doesn't show. Okay, now I see there's the two different pieces. Where this one only came with one. Two of them, depending on the type of thing you have. So I have, looking at the pictures here, I have the one that's recessed. So mine right here is recessed, and the other one is not recessed. So the one that's not recessed is the other one, the one that I don't have. So it looks like this is the right part. It doesn't tell you the orientation. It shows something. It shows where the little washer, the ground, basically the ground right here. And it points to one of these ones too, but I can't tell the difference. They look all the same. The levels are the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Where does this go? I think it goes like this. So like that. Well, it's possible. Let's see. Let me just keep on rotating things and see. It's possible it could be like that as well. It's on Japanese. It's hard to tell. Oh, okay, I see. Right here, on this other picture, there's a tab. So I guess this tab right here covers the other hole. There's one more extra hole right here. That seems like it's not being used. So that tab covers that hole. Like so. Okay, so that's it. So that's that. Let's get the new bolts in here. A little bit longer. These bolts are 10 Newton meters. I'm probably not going to use a torque wrench because this is not critical. It's sort of sort of inside the engine, but it's not really critical. Nothing on here moves, so I'm not too worried about it. Basically, I'm not too worried about it. Let's get a closer look at that. Get this thing out of my face, otherwise the camera's like right in my face and I can't have any space to work. So there's a little tab, and see how underneath it there's a recessed. That's where that tab goes. It goes over the recessed. So again, these bolts here are 10 Newton meters. I don't really have a way of holding this cover, so when you hold something by hand, it's not very strong. You don't have much leverage, but these things are not that, they don't require much torque anyways, so that should be fine. Okay, that's good there. I'm gonna call it good. So when I took this cover off, I heard a little something dropping, and I couldn't tell what it was. I thought it was the screws, but you see it right now. It has a little this little spacer here. Let's see, I'll fish that out. This spacer is, I believe, for the starter. Let's bring this out. For the starter right here. I think that's what it's for. Right there. Because if you look at it, there's a certain space here, and that starter shaft right here, it goes into this spot. So that spacer prevents this gear from going out, basically, up and out. So I'll talk about that again when I put the cover back on, for the folks that missed it. So there's that part. Let's stop there and do a second part.